You are listening to Codename Ganymed 1, Beyond Good and Evil, by Stefan Burban. Read by Ben Plunkett Reynolds. Prologue. Nefraltiri Invasion Corridor. Former world of the Terran Republican League, Odin 6. The last days of the Nefraltiri War. July 27th, 2899. The Republican battlecruiser TRS Lothringen swung into action without incidents and without enemy contact in the areas facing away from the Sun orbit around the main planet of the Odin system. Nevertheless, Captain Georg Menzel could not easily shake off the feeling of impending doom. Accompanying the Lothringen were 4 small corvettes for support, as well as a medium-sized troop transport which, despite its limited capacity, could carry an entire legion. Menzel licked his lips. That in itself was madness. The war was practically over, and everyone knew it. Since the Nefraltiri had invaded the space of the Republic and the Drizil allied with them so many years ago, countless living beings had died, on both sides. The Nefraltiri had attacked their enemies with unprecedented ferocity. Entire systems had been depopulated. Millions had sought their salvation in flight, with barely more belongings than what they had on their bodies. The war was now drawing to a close. A united force of humans and Drizil was at that moment driving the Nefraltiri back through the rift into their own universe. And with a bit of luck, they would then be able to beat their opponents on their own ground for good and seal the rift again. However, the strategic location did have one drawback. The Nefraltiri species itself was not very numerous, but possessed enormous mental abilities. They used enslaved peoples to fight their battles. There were the Jackery, an insectoid race of omnivores who had scavenged and exploited worlds, including their inhabitants, and the Hinrady, a warrior species of primate-like beings. Unfortunately, the Nefraltiri had either intentionally or perhaps unintentionally left a large number of their fighters behind during the retreat, and it was these who were now causing problems in the hinterland of the actual front line. Just over a week ago, a group of Hinrady raiders had attacked a Republic convoy and managed to capture one of the capital ships. In the process, they had fallen into the hands of a valuable prize, Major General Lionel Marsden, the commander of that sector. The man had all the defense plans in his skull, and although the war was already over, the general's knowledge could cost a lot of people their lives if it fell into enemy hands. The Hinrady were obviously determined not to give up, even though their masters had long since abandoned them and written them off. Menzel glanced to the side. "Have we been detected?" His XO, Commander Ludmila Szymanski, consulted her pad, shaking her head. But then she tilted her head, making a pinched face. "Doesn't look like it. No activity at all."